Hello, it is March 25th, Wednesday. Um, it's about 9 p.m. I had a day. So the last time I was talking about, I think just possibly getting a van, and everything that kind of was going with it. So we did. I got a van. It's older, a lot of miles on it. It probably cost more than it needed to. But I got it, and I was really kind of nervous that I wasn't gonna be able to. And I really do want to do this, like, van life thing. And I said before, it's not a new thing. It's not something that I'm just like on a whim thinking about. It's just with rent constantly going up 100, 150 every year. And, you know, I'm not making any more per hour. And I love my job. I really do. And I mean, I am finally kind of in a place where I am okay. You know, after I pay my bills, I have grocery money. I've gotten to that point, but if it goes up and the utility rates go up and it just continues, how am I saving money? How am I, gonna buy a house if I want one? How am I gonna move when I eventually want one? So anyway, getting a van and converting it to live in it, despite some unsolicited disapproval. I don't know how to nicely say that. So despite some unsolicited disapproval, I'm not doing it because I'm giving up. I'm not doing it because I'm poor or on the brink of homelessness. And if any randoms stroll through by any chance, I'm not saying anything against homeless people. I have been homeless numerous times. I have lived in a car. I have lived in some shady ass places. But that's not what this is. I have a level of just knowledge and know-how and been there, done that, that I know what I'm doing. And this is fully to save money, to secure a good place. I'm in a generation of people that aren't going to be able to retire. And I'm already tired of working, and I'm not even 40. So here we are. So anyway, I did get the van. I went to register it today. So I had a unscheduled day off of work. Sort of. I worked for 4 hours, and then I was going to do my lunch break, like run up to the DMV, transfer my registration from the Malibu to the Odyssey, which is the van that I got. And the lady at the DMV was like, well, the VIN number on your bill of sale is wrong. And then she noticed that none of it was actually filled out. So the guy had me sign a paper with an incorrect VIN number and was like, here, you just bought this car. No, I didn't. I didn't just buy that car. So I've been, motoring around for free, and if it wasn't like the law that it had to be registered, I would have probably got away with it for a while. But that's shady. I'm not like that. Uh, anyway, the dealership was pretty far away, and I had to go back out there. The lady at the DMV called them and was like, "Hey, you gave this girl an incomplete form, and you need to do this because the government audits and all this." Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I had to drive out to Fruitland, which is an hour away. So my 30-minute errand ended up being a little impromptu road trip out there. The guy was really nice. It wasn't the guy that sold it to me. He got fired. He hadn't worked there very long. I think like a week or two, including the week where he sold me my van. Sold. That feels so bad. He lost his job. But I told him, I was like, "Oh, he was really nice." And the manager guy was like, "Nice doesn't get stuff done correctly." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But this guy as well, he was, he tried to be diplomatic about it. And, he wasn't trash talking him. He just, he was nice. But I drove all the way out there. They gave me $50 and the corrected form. They gave me $50 for gas, so that was very nice because I don't get paid until tomorrow, and I was kind of sweating this like, oh crap, because if I didn't go today, I would have missed, parts of tomorrow or parts of Friday possibly to try to get out there, then make time to go back to the DMV. And I was like, you know what, screw it, let's just do it, get it out of the way. But so yeah, it was a little bit of a trip. So I did get it done. I drove the van. Thus far, it is just full of 5 or 6 trash bags full of donations from this week that I've been starting to clear out the apartment that I have. I still have time. I'm here till July. But yeah, that's what's happening there. So I don't want to ruin anything because I am very scared about what the consequences are of saying things, but I got recent pictures of you guys, of kids, and I know that William is graduating high school this Friday, and I am so incredibly proud of you. I'm so happy that you made it and it's over. I mean, I don't know if you're going to go to college. I'm not going to tell you that you need to, because clearly but I mean, I have always told you how smart you are, and I know that in the beginning of our shuffle, you were struggling with classes while you were first away from me, and I don't know if it was just the change. Changes are hard. I have a hard time when I have to shuffle, but I'm just really proud of you, and you're so freaking tall, dude. Like, I know the last time I saw you it was January of 2019. I mean, 2018, I was just in shock and awe of how tall you'd gotten, and now you're so close to being 18, and I just want you to know that I don't have any expectation of you coming to see me, and this is probably my mental health issues, PTSD, and neglect and abuse, trauma response kicking in. But I would take 30 seconds of you telling me that you didn't want to talk to me ever again. I would take that. If I could see you, if I could just look at you with my own eyes and know that you were okay. And I don't have the expectation that you are going to hate me, but I would understand if you were angry still, because I know that when I first had gone to court and gotten the visitation, you were just fired up, buddy. And I don't blame you. And I tried so hard to diplomatically assure you that I wasn't what I was being made out to be. But I mean, once you're an adult, if you ever wanted to know what's up, I will tell you. I have no intention of saying anything negative whatsoever, because people make their choices and people do things for God knows what reasons. I mean, we have our theories, but I don't sit here on a daily basis, cursing the wind, or even, I don't know. I am trying to do the best that I can with what I have. I've taken the long way, I guess, to getting to a point where I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not by any means, living this luxurious life. I'm in a tank top that I owned while I was pregnant with Aiden. So it's, 9 or 10 years old. I'm not, I don't have this like lavish life or anything like that. I'm just doing the best that I can. There's a bunch of shit in the way in the back, and I just want you to know it's because I'm moving. That doesn't go there. This lady bought it and paid for it and then hasn't shown up. But she's a nurse and she works per diem, and I'm trying to accommodate that, because life's just stupid for everybody right now. But yeah, I really did want to have a place for you to come, because somewhere in my brain I told myself that you were going to turn 18 and just hop right on over. But I know it might not be like that. It might not. It might not be like that. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we get there. I just want you to know that I am proud of you. I love you so incredibly much. I've never not wanted you. You were never not my first priority. I just have a lot of things wrong with my head. Not wrong. That's wrong. It's not wrong. There was an incident in 2018 or 2016 maybe. I'm not sure. But I had a welfare check done because communication had been cut off without letting me know. And I just wanted them to tell me that you were okay. If other parties would not, I just wanted them. And it was written in a police report that I was schizophrenic, bipolar, and I was hysterical and this, that, and the other. I do absolutely want to dispel that right now. And I know I said I didn't want to say anything negative, and I'm not saying anything negative, but I do want to dispel that. I was, as a teenager, told that I had bipolar schizoaffective disorder. Because if it had a label, then we could fix it. I've spent 20 years trying to make that diagnosis make sense. And like a lot of females who get some sort of behavioral, psychological diagnosis, they got it wrong. At 36 years old, when I first moved here to Boise, I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So I am autistic. So when people get mad when you were hanging out with me and then you go home and act all autistic, you're welcome. I'm not being negative. I have autism, and I also was diagnosed with ADHD, OCD, CPTSD, which is, I think, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'll talk about these later. I do plan on kind of waving those out, just because I know growing up, I didn't have my parents letting me know what was up with them medically. So I don't know what my risk factors are for certain things. I just know that I have parents that have adult onset diabetes, and I have tried very hard to be plant-based so that I don't. I've been screwing up a little bit because it's been stressful. I've been in classes and stuff, but anyway, yeah, I do have an anxiety disorder, but that goes along with PTSD. But I'm not bipolar. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't not know where I am or not know what the situation is. That was absolutely a wrong thing to say. And that's where I'm going to leave that part. That's why I've always really just fought for you, particularly William, to embrace how smart you are. Because I grew up with everybody telling me that I wasn't smart. And I knew I was smart. It was just life in general and people's behavior and, social situations. I didn't understand that. I understood books. I understood math and science and music, and I understand academics. I just didn't understand people. And that, I think, is kind of feeding into why I've been able to just kind of seek out things that make it so that I'm alone. And that is also a trauma response from abuse and neglect, is pushing things away because I feel like I don't deserve them. I don't deserve people to love me and need me around, and I'm working on that really hard. I have a couple relationships right now that are really struggling to me because of my behavior, my lack of understanding. And I really do want to work on that, because if you do come back into my life and want some sort of relationship, I don't want to continue to go to that default of pushing you away. Um, that wasn't the initial why you went to California. Um, that was entirely because I was struggling. I was a single mom, 4 kids. I wasn't I wasn't doing well. And I know in hindsight I was doing well. I was doing okay. It was hard. I didn't have a lot of money. I did have to, rely on our neighbors for food sometimes. I did have to go to food banks sometimes. I did have to, do community outreach things. I did have to get assistance until they told me that I made too much money at $15 an hour and 4 little kids, because this country's fantastic. Um, yeah. Anyway, I got scared that I wasn't doing good enough, and I don't want that to be something that gets passed on to any of you guys. I would hope that you have more support in your life with friends and family, that when you say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this really big thing, they don't just back up and go away. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of people that really, really care about me right now, that actively have communication with me and don't just pick and choose when they care. And they talk to me directly instead of trying to, sip the tea around the corner and, get the gossip from somebody else who also doesn't talk to me and just trying to guess what I'm into. I'm here. I'm just doing the best that I can, and that's all I want you guys to do. I've been trying to keep these around 20-25 minutes, so I will just end with William, I am so proud of you. Congratulations on graduating. If in a couple months or longer, if you have the urge to talk to me, your grandmother in Tennessee will always know where I am. And I hope that you guys get to spend time with your family and you have what you need. And I hope everybody is healthy and happy and just, stay safe. And I love you. And just make good choices. And I hope that I see you soon, and I will, I'll do whatever I can. I love you.